This is a book written in, I think, 1906 called To the American Indian. Written by, this is an American Indian woman. She has the name Lucy Thompson, but she's a full-blooded American Indian. Native American. And the book is called To the American Indian, and she is chronicling Native American lore and oral tradition. And there's a chapter in here, chapter 4 specifically. Can I find a chapter? So this is the author here. You're illiterate? Well, luckily, I'm going to read this to you. Non-white book, Ketarn. Traditions of the Ancient White People. Page 64. I haven't read any of this. I don't know what I'm going to read here. When the Indians first made their appearance on the Klamath River, by the way, Klamath River is southern Oregon, northern California. When the Indians first made their appearance on the Klamath River, it was already inhabited by a white race of people known among us as the Wagas. These white people were found to inhabit the whole continent and were a highly moral and civilized race. They heartily welcomed the Indians to their country and taught all of us their arts and sciences. The Indians recognized the rights of these ancient people as the first possessors of the soil, and no difficulties ever arose between the two people. Their hospitality was exceedingly generous in the welfare of our people, and all prospered together in peace and happiness in their pursuit of human existence. After a time there were intermarriages between the two races, but these were never promiscuous. For a vast period of time the two races dwelt together in peace and honored homes. Wars and quarrels were unknown in this golden age of happiness. No depredations were ever committed upon the property of their people, as the white people ruled with beacon light of kindness, and our people still worship the hallowed places where they once trod. Their morals were far superior to the white people of today. Their ideals were high and inspired our people with greatness. After we had lived with the ancient people for so long, they suddenly called their hosts together and mysteriously disappeared for a distant land. We know not where. We have no memory of their reason or cause, why they abandoned their ancient homes where they had dwelt for untold centuries. Wars did not drive them forth, for we loved them more than by the way, I've not read any of this. This is the first time I'm reading this. And difficulties were unknown between these two people. On leaving, they went toward the north from whence we came, and disappeared from our land beyond the northern seas. It was a sad farewell when they departed from this land, for our people mourned their loss, and no more have we found such friends as commanding a view of the surrounding country. So once again, this is why it's crazy. This book is written in 1906 by a full-blooded Native American woman. This is her here. 1916. I'm gonna control F Wagas, okay? They would inhabit the locality permanently and health kick or Roy, and we found the white race, Wagas, which will be told in another chapter. Thus we traveled down. However, some of our people are still looking for the return of the white man. The traditions handed down lead us to believe that the Wagas returned to the land of their birth in the far north, the valley of the Cheek-Cheek-Alf, as their traditions were given to us that their origin was in this same land of Cheek-Cheek-Alf, as they came down from the north when they came to this land. When the Wagas first arrived on this continent, they handed down the traditions to us that was inhabited by a giant race of people when they first came. These giants were, holy fuck, we're going schizo mode. These giants were represented by the Wagas as being very swarthy in complexion, and they used implements so large that no ordinary man could lift them. It was an age when large animals roamed the earth, and it seemed the birds and fowls were all very large in size. It appeared to be the first age, and was the age of the giants. The recollections transmitted by the Wagas were that these giants were very cruel and wicked, It was said that God became displeased with them and destroyed them, and they all perished from the earth. It was also said that God appeared to the high priest of the Wagas and told them that he was going to destroy the giant race and that the Wagas themselves would survive upon the earth as a new people. Smaller birds and animals would appear upon the earth for use of man. Thus the age of giants perished, but the Wagas do not hand down any tradition of how they perished from the earth, as my people have no recollections of ever seeing giants. My mother says that our people in ancient times may have seen relics belonging to these prehistoric giants, such as huge stone bowls, stone slabs, and other implements so large that our people could not move them. During the age of rains and wearing away of the earth, these implements have been buried so deep and have sunk into the earth. That is the reason we cannot find them today. The Indian name for the giant race is the Papel Ene, which means people that have all died and passed away. When the Wagas returned to Chik Alth. Okay, so hold up. What is Chik Alth? What is that? Where is the ancestral homeland of the white people? Where is it? What is that? Okay, if I Google that, it doesn't say anything. By the way, if you look at a map, the area that this is happening is on the Klamath River. Here's Klamath Falls. So Upper Klamath Lake. So by the way, this crazy story is supposed to be happening in Northern California and Southwest Oregon, is where they say this is happening. This story, Native American story from 1916. When the Wagas returned to Chik Alth, north. So hey, it's somewhere north, I guess. Somewhere north of there, up here. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? I don't know. If this story is true, and who the fuck knows? Once again, when the Wagas returned to Chik Alth, it is supposed they found a ladder to this beautiful valley which extends from earth to heaven, and climbed it to Wursa on now, heaven, where they dwell with God. All the half-castes, with the exception of a few, went away with the Wagas, and nearly all of those that were three-quarters Indian remained with our people. This is said to be the reason why some of our people are very fair. Some of the Indians are still looking for their return to the earth. When they come back, it is believed that peace and happiness will reign supreme again over this land, and all the evil will be cast out. When the present race of the white people made their first appearance upon the American continent, we believed it was the Wagas returning. Nope. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, was it? Returning, and a hearty welcome was extended to them, and there was a great rejoicing amongst our tribes. But soon the sad mistake was discovered to our sorrow, when the men began to debauch our women, give whiskey to our men, and claim our land that our forefathers had inhabited for so many thousands of years, yet not a single family has ever been driven from their house on the Klamath River up to this day. We no longer termed them as Wagas, but as Kanayas, which means foreigners, who had no right to the land and could never appreciate our kindness, for they were a very different people from the Wagas. They had corrupt morals that brought dissolution upon our people and wrought the horrors of untold havoc. Crazy, bro. This is a good schizo pill. This is a real good schizo pill. We have in our breast the feeling of love for the present white race, which love was instilled in us by the cherished remembrance of our Wagas. We loved this race, and this is the reason our women are so willingly to marry the white man, and so easy to be deceived by them. This is a crazy schizo pill. The sacred laws were given to us by the white race of people that inhabited this country when my people first came to this land. The Wagas in ancient times first put the fish dam some 24 miles down the river at a place by the Indians, place called by the Indians as Turep, which is a flat bar containing some 80 to 100 acres and is located on the south side of the river. The north side, which is steep, being nearly a bluff, and same as its Capel. The Wagas changed it from Turep to Capel, saying that Turep was too close. Okay, crazy. Crazy. They say the first house belonged to the Wagas, the white people that were here when they first arrived. The Wagas were very fond of pets, and while they lived in this house, they kept a number of deer as pets. When the Wagas left this land, they left behind this place a young man that was half Indian and half white. He remained for some time and cared for the pets as the Wagas cherished them. The young man became lonesome for his people in spite of the fact that he was very devoted to the deer, and one day he answered the call of the Wagas and followed in their footsteps to join them in the far north. As he was leaving, he asked the Indians of my ancient blood to care for his pets, as he would be absent and never return. Damn. This is crazy. Crazy, dude. Though the memory of the passing ages... Through the memory of the passing ages, the Wagas left this land before the world was covered with water, and according to these traditions, this house goes back for hundreds of centuries. Wild, bro. This is the schizo pill of the day. The book is called... So this is a book, once again, written by Lucy Thompson, who is a Native American woman. And she wrote this in Northern California, Southwest Oregon, copyright 1916. Weird. Fucking weird. Who the fuck knows?